What's going on, everyone? It's Kochyy here, and we are back with the gameplay on these characters. And without further ado, let's just get into it and see how these characters look.
挽回ようやく臨月だよ金色やしそぎ地蔵また一分招待そうじゃないかねそうじゃないかね終わり終わりはいどうぞイオンはいどうぞイオン
Alright, and that was Mayuri's gameplay, so we'll go back and just go over it. So his special, he uses his Bankai, the modified version of his Bankai, and it gives birth to the other Ashisogi Jizo. And this one, I had to go and reread the manga chapters because it's been a while. I don't know how long it's been, years, but this one, it has like nerves on the outside of its body. So as soon as it comes out, it's like in a lot of pain and it's just screaming, and that's the attack, which I thought was really cool. Like when I went back and reread through the chapters, I figured out like what they're kind of they were going for with each move and stuff, and it made me appreciate the character more. Mostly for Mayuri. The other two characters I didn't really look for anything because it just looked kind of basic or generic. But Mayuri has a lot of, you know, like equipment and stuff and different like moves and stuff at his disposal, so a lot of interesting stuff they did with the character. There's SA3, so this is the 900 AoE. SA3, I don't really remember this. This looks like nerves or something. But yeah, it's a 900 AoE, it's not a full screen. Use it again here. It's alright, it's fast enough. His SA2, so this is like, this is the beam kind of thing I was talking about. So as you can see, he's standing here, it goes all the way, it hits these enemies and hits even further, so it's the same like beam type strong attack as the other characters. He uses like an explosion thing. So the move is like an explosion, so I remember in the fight in Thousand Year Blood War, he detonated something and that was like the explosion, so I'm guessing that's what this is. I don't know if he pulls out a detonator, you can't really see it from this angle. This is SA3, let's see. Yeah, he does press something. It looks like he's pressing a detonator or a switch, and that makes the explosion in front of him. That's what it looks like, at least. And then his SA1, I had to look this one up. It's he basically like makes his Zanpakuto scream, and anyone that hears the scream becomes paralyzed. And he used that in the manga as well. It's in game. There's like a bit of a delay, I guess. It's not like instantly dashes forward. Like it's almost like a two-parter. The first part is this scream right there, and then he dashes forward. So you know, there's just account for that little bit of delay, but other than that, not too bad. And then his Nad string here, he's like throwing acid, which is, I thought was really cool. I really like this Nad string. He's just splashing acid on people. Like that's what I expect from Mayuri, honestly. And then his flash steps. That is, I didn't actually remember this either. Like I said, it's been a while since I read the manga, but it's the Quincy's equivalent of like flash steps. I think it's like Hirin Kyaku or something like that. And he used that in his fight as well in the manga. So I thought that was pretty neat. It has its own like little sound effect as well as he's moving around. What an interesting character, honestly. At first, when I saw his gameplay, not that I wasn't impressed, I just didn't know what I was looking at. I was just like, oh, okay, he's doing all this. But then when I took the time to go back and just like reread and figure out what they were going for, it made me appreciate the character a lot more. So that was Mayuri's gameplay. Honestly, he's not too bad. I like this character. Other than the SA3 not being full screen and this SA1 having a bit of a delay before it comes out, I think this character is pretty solid, so looking forward to seeing him in game. And we'll move on to the next character. Alright, and the next character is going to be Nemu, so let's get into it.
魂魄切削 6%。 時間蹂躙銃。
Alright, and that was Nemu's gameplay, so let's go back. And her special here, basically from what I read, is that she basically like uses part of her soul as an attack. It's like soul cutting something, I can't remember the name exactly, but that's what this attack is. Not too bad. And this is the revival, so this is the one that gives a revival effect to everyone, and they show it here. So they die purposefully and then she comes back, and I believe it refreshes strong attacks as well. Then their SA3 is full screen. This is so all her strong attacks have havoc as well, so just keep in mind the AoE is going to be bigger than some of the screen, because normally if this is 1000 AoE without havoc, it's 1200, so it'll hit past a bit more. And that's her SA2. It's kind of hard to see there, but here it's you can tell it's a beam thing, because as it zooms out you can see from here it went all the way across. It killed these enemies and the ones that spawned way back here, so it's the same beam type strong attack as Mayuri, Eyes, and all those other characters, but with havoc, so a lot or 20% larger AoE, so it's nice. And then her SA1, I really like this SA1. It looks like she moves forward a lot more than other characters, and really quickly too. I like those are my favorite types of lunge strong attacks. Like you blink and you miss it basically. It looks fast, and the distance she travels looks decent, and the AoE it hits obviously because of havoc, but I really like that SA1. And then her Nat string here, pretty mediocre honestly. Nothing really to say about her Nat string. It doesn't look too great or too good, but it's not really the highlight of the character. She's a frenzy. Oh, thank you, Sora. She's a frenzy SB character. So Nemu, overall, I still think this is the best character in the banner. Really looking forward to seeing her in game as well. Hopefully I can get her. I'd be really, really happy if I get her. At least one banner would be nice, but she's definitely the one I want most from these units. But that's pretty much it for Nemu's gameplay, so we'll move on to the last character. And the last character is 1000 Year Blood War, zombified version of Toshiro. And let's check out his gameplay.
バンかよ大グレン氷林丸敵は全て排除する終わり終わりこんなもんこんなもん
And that is Toshiro's gameplay, so let's go back. And we have his special. Honestly, Toshiro's kit and everything, it looks cool, no pun intended. I don't know, it's just kind of aesthetically pleasing to see ice attacks, personally. We have his SA, this is SA3. So like I said before, it is not a full screen, it's not centered around him, it's a 975 AoE like going in front of him, same as the new tech Hiyori, the visored Hiyori, and as Koga as well, but Koga has Havoc, so his is a bit like a larger AoE, it even hits like a little behind him. But I do like the strong attack. If they don't have a full screen SA3, I wish they use this strong attack a bit more because I think it's pretty cool. And you can see here it hits enemies like up to here, so it's not bad at all, in my opinion. And it comes out pretty fast, I think. Yeah. Doesn't look bad at all. And then there's just SA2, so it actually is another lunge. It's not a just a circular attack or something he does in front of him. I thought maybe it would be like Tech Ginjo or Tensa or some other character that just has a I don't know, some kind of circular attack in front of him, but it's actually a lunge, so he has that lunge. I like the effects on it, the little like kind of purple. It's a bit different from the other strong attacks. I wonder if that's, I don't know, and that's the only one that has weakening on it, so it's interesting. I don't know if there's any significance to that, but that's his SA2, looks really nice, and then his SA1, another lunge. So he's got 2 lunges and the straightforward SA3. And then his NAS strings here, pretty average, nothing really out of the ordinary there. And that is pretty much it for Toshiro's gameplay as well. And that is all the 1000 Year Blood War characters gameplay for round 6. And this banner comes out at Raid Reset tonight. I definitely will be summoning, but you know, you can probably expect my video or my summon video a couple hours after in the morning when I wake up, because I don't stay up for this. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and let me know what you think of the gameplay now that you've seen it, and if you're still skipping or you're still summoning, or maybe you changed your mind, you don't want to summon, or now you are going to summon. But let me know what you think. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you all later.